Welcome back, Benchwarmers. It has been a minute. We're sorry for the lack of content, but I've had a rough 2 weeks.
We want to get back to it and have to catch up on the NBA and the madness that is free agency. I'm Corey, Clutch Summer Intern.
And I'm Brendan, Rob Palinka's broken cell phone, and this is Our View from the Bench. Before we get started, if you're not already, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell so you never miss any one of the new episodes.
Also, if you could please do us the favor, if you like what you see or hear, please don't forget to smash that like button.
Smash it for us. Come on. It's free. It's free for you. It's free for us. Helps out the channel a lot more than you probably think. Corey, brother, I missed you, man. I've just had, a little sick, kind of tried stuff in my throat, just wasn't feeling hot. So thank you for the patience. And
no problem.
Thank everybody at home for the patience, but we're back.
Yeah, it's nice to be back. Now, dude, I'm glad you're feeling better because, you sounded really bad last week. So I was like, I understand. You're not even going to want to talk for 5 minutes, let alone
15 or 20. I would get online and just be quiet. I wanted to hang out, but I'll just sit there just quiet, just not feeling it. So, glad to be feeling a little bit better. Back at the gym because I had to take freaking time off for that. Just like I said, just wasn't feeling good. Summer sickness sucks, bro. It just feels weird to be sick when it's hot outside.
Yeah, that's the worst. What a waste.
But we're back. And like we talked about in the intro here, we're going to be talking about the freaking craziness that's basically happened over the summer so far in NBA free agency. There's a ton of moves. No, we're not going to cover them all. You can have the internet for that. It's been all over SportsCenter and ESPN, Bleacher Report. I'm sure many of you follow that too. I'm annoyed by my camera. It's not focused. There we go. But we're going to talk about a few things. I'm going to go over a couple of them, and then we'll go one by one about what we're going to do. We're going to do our opinion on what the biggest move was in free agency. Yep. We're going to do big impact, but a smaller move, maybe ones that, you don't consider not the big names, but will have a really big impact on the court. Which team really has won free agency? We're going to go with some or questionable moves. And which team we feel has lost free agency. Which one are you excited for? I'm excited to talk about the losing team.
I'm more excited about the because there are a couple of head-scratching moves out there by a few franchises. So
okay, all right. Well, we're going to start in what our opinions are the biggest moves. Names that you probably are very, very familiar with that are pretty big to see on new teams. Corey, I would like you to kick us off, my friend.
All right. For me, I felt like the biggest move, and it was rumored it was going to happen from as soon as free agency started. Mm-hmm. But KCP to the Magic, I think that's a huge deal for them. I think them being the 5 seed and going 7 games with Cleveland as a young team with Paolo Banchero and Franz Wagner, they got a nice thing going down there. And adding KCP, who's a 2-time champ, I think is a huge deal for them and going to give them a lot of. I mean, look at the East; it's really Philly, New York, Boston, and then after that, maybe Milwaukee, and everybody else is kind of who knows. So they could get back up in there, even get a 4 seed next year, and make some noise and have some veteran. He's a good. I mean, KCP's still a solid defender as a veteran at this point too,
and a sniper, especially, and he's clutch in the playoffs. He doesn't disappear in the playoffs. You know what I mean? So it's big, and that's what they need. They have a team that had got them to the playoffs. To your point, the 5 seed. They want that big push. I like this move too. He's a proven champion on 2 different teams. He's obviously won with the Lakers and he's won with the Nuggets most recently. They fell short obviously this year, and to me, I was really surprised that they let him walk. But power to the Magic for prying him out of Denver's hands.
Yeah, that second apron's coming into effect, and the Magic had money to spend. So I think about 2 Banchero, Wagner, him, and then is Jalen Suggs still down there? I think they have a nice little thing cooking down there, and Jonathan Isaac is there.
They just gave him some money. Yep.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they got a nice thing going down in Orlando. Not that I'm not saying they're gonna win the East, but they should be definitely in that top 4 or 5 spot again next year.
Yeah, I agree. And the fact that they pushed Cleveland to 7. Now, granted, they were quickly defeated by the Celtics, but Donovan Mitchell and Jared Allen were hurt for most of the series. This is a nice little push. This is somebody who's going to be able to try to guard the Donovan Mitchells and the Darius Garlands that Cleveland was able to kind of get over the top with. So, I think this is a pretty big move too. And a 2-time champion. That's why I agree that you're considering it a big one.
Yeah, I was going to say it might not be the main headline for a lot of casual NBA fans, but if you really know basketball, KCP, that guy, all he does straight up is win. So he's a good one here. But what's your biggest move, sir?
Good one. Well, I'm going to stick on the Eastern Conference. And this one was probably one of the first moves that had happened. And I'm going to go with Mikal Bridges joining his Nova teammates and heading to the Knicks. The Knicks are really going all out with this one. They're throwing 4 first-round picks to the Nets for Bridges. They matched salary, I believe, with Bojan Bogdanovic, but that's, I mean, the Knicks could lose Bojan. I'm not saying he's not good. I'm just saying I don't think that's a big of a loss as the game that Mikal Bridges brings. It's somebody that can, have the ball besides Jalen Brunson needing to play 50 minutes in a 48-minute game. And the grind that is the Tom Thibodeau team, it'll just be helpful to be able to kind of spread the ball around a little bit to another playmaker. What do you think about it?
Dude, I think it's huge. One, if I'm Mikal Bridges, I don't even have to move. I just got to go to a different arena.
True.
Bonus
down the street.
But no, if I'm Mikal Bridges, like one, again, like you mentioned now with all the Nova kids, the Nova Knicks as they're calling them, like,
yeah,
it's a good thing. Now, I'm still curious what they're going to do because they let Hartenstein go. So, like, they need to, and Mitchell Robinson's good, but when he's healthy, so that's a question mark. Are they going to keep Julius Randle or do they trade him to get a center? Because, like, they have a lot of pieces that, like, are nice to have, but almost like maybe too redundant in some positions.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
So they're going to have to maneuver around to, like, kind of fill some other needs. But on paper, it looks great. And if, again, Mikal Bridges, man, that guy's never missed a game. I don't know if you know this. He's an Iron Man right now in the NBA. He's never missed a game in his high school, college, or NBA career.
I knew the NBA. I did not know it dated all the way back to high school.
He's never missed a game. So he's obviously way off from breaking AC Green's record. I think it was like 1,100, and he's at like 500. So I'm not saying that's going to happen. But if you want somebody that's going to play and is always there and you can count on, and he's with his boys, they're all back together, like playing for Thibodeau, and they just went. I mean, let's be honest. If they were healthy, they probably get to the Eastern Conference Finals and get past Indiana last year. So it just makes them that even more reason to go all in. But they got to get another big man to solve that problem. Otherwise, they look solid.
Yeah, I'm going to include this as a thing for the Knicks, but, bringing OG Anunoby back on a big deal. They already have Brunson locked in. I do agree with you, the Hartenstein thing, but they have a big. It's just whether or not Mitchell Robinson can, like you mentioned, stay healthy. So this team looks pretty good, and this was a good missing piece because now they have a good defender for guards because as much as, Josh Hart was pretty good. He's a little too big, though, to guard like maybe a traditional one. Mikal can move a little bit better. But, yeah, these Nova kids are coming back. In fact, there's this one thing that I saw that there was like a picture, and it was actually Stephen A. Smith was talking about when these 4 were at Nova. He said he had some sort of comment of something along the lines of, I doubt any of these players will be impact NBA players. Now they're freaking Jalen Brunson's damn near an all NBA player. Yeah, they're all on the same team, still freaking killing it. So, yeah, Stephen A. struck out with that one. But yeah, I'm going with the big move being Mikal Bridges to the Knicks.
Big move as far as the NBA landscape, yes, but he doesn't have to move houses, so that's nice.
True, not a physically big move. Yeah, nice. All right, now we're talking about big impacts, but maybe ones that have flown under the radar. Who do you have that, most people would be like, oh, yeah, that's going to be very helpful, but not necessarily this huge name like a Mikal Bridges or the 2-time champion that is KCP?
Yeah, I'm going to go, again, this might not be the biggest name, but I think as far as what the team needed and filling that need, Caruso to OKC is going to be a huge one. They get off Giddey's contract and not having to pay him because eventually he's going to be due because they're going to pay all these guys at once, it seems like. But yeah, Caruso, same thing as KCP. Winner everywhere he's gone, champion with the Lakers, does all the small things, is going to be a veteran for that really, really young team. Then they go out and get Hartenstein, who we mentioned left the Knicks. So, like, they solve their center problem and rebounding issue next to Chet Holmgren. That's a nice duo. And then, I don't know, man. I think Caruso is going to be huge on that team. And, like, Oklahoma City was already the number 1 seed last year.
I was just about to say that, bro. And they were already the 1 seed. Holy crap.
They probably are going to be a better 1 seed this year. I think they're going to be, and they already got some experience together in the playoffs. They did go to the first round, so it's not like they didn't play at all. They got a little bit of the actually second round, right?
They swept New Orleans. Yeah.
So they got a taste of it. It's not like they only came in the play in and that's it. Like they have some real taste and know what to expect. And again, same squad except a couple nice pieces added around. And the coaching staff is just all intact. They didn't lose anybody. Like if I'm them, dude, I'm feeling really good going into next year.
Yeah, dude, Sam Presti's doing a freaking fantastic job there. Not only that, right, but they have this great team, and they have like 30 draft picks over the next like 5 years too. It's insane. They're doing phenomenal. That's a good one. That's a really good one. I was pretty bummed to see Caruso. I mean, I'm happy for Caruso. I think that's a great team for him to go for. But I know there was talks of the Lakers trying to acquire him back. So bummed to not see that. But happy for Caruso because I think that's a great spot, great fit for him. All NBA defensive player. So Shea doesn't have to worry about trying to guard their best guards. That'll be Caruso's job, and Shea could just run that offense like he knows how to do very well. So I like that one.
This is the move that I kind of expected Marcus Smart to make the difference in Memphis.
True.
Kind of were like, okay, we figured some shit out. We made the playoffs. We could bring in a veteran defensive guy who's not an a-hole and going to ruin shit like Dylan Brooks. And like there, but then Ja got hurt and everything fell apart. So, but this is kind of what I see in OKC. Like they were the 1 seed already. Now they kind of tinkered around the edges, but added the veteran, like, guys that they need in the spots they needed. And now here's their chance. I think next year's their year, man. It might be.
Yeah, true. To your Memphis point, they were the 2 seed before they went and acquired Marcus Smart. And granted, the injuries was the big problem last year, but good point. Well, I mean, and the suspension that kind of didn't start off well.
Yeah, some things going on in Memphis.
Maybe this year they'll be better. Hopefully not too much. Honestly, I don't hate them anymore though that Brooks is gone.
Yeah, I agree. Brooks was just the annoying part.
Yeah, so not rooting for him per se, but not rooting against him.
Facts.
All right. Well,
impact small move, sir.
My big impact small move. This is a bigger name, but not as big anymore. I'm going Chris Paul to the Spurs.
Ooh.
Chris Paul has basically changed the winning dynamic of every single team he's ever been on, from the year prior to the year that he was acquired. Even Golden State, which is a hard team to improve because even when they're bad, besides the 1 year Steph was hurt most of the year, they're still pretty good. So he's improved the winning percentage of everyone he's gone to. Now he's going to go to a team with young guards and Wemby and teach them the freaking game. Come on, camera. Work for me, buddy. And he's going to teach them the game. Oh, bro, they think this is a huge winning move. I think it's a win for Chris Paul, too, because, he was the whole thing in Golden State was, they traded for Chris. He's not doing anything there. Well, he's just not a catch and shoot guy, and you're not going to take the ball out of Steph Curry's hands. So he's either playing the bench minutes or he's not efficient. So I think this is going to be huge. Who's the guy they just drafted from UConn?
Castleton.
He's good, dude. Can you imagine being like, all right, cool, I'm going to the Spurs. This is going to be good. Wait a minute. I get to learn from Chris Paul too? Holy crap. What a freaking draft move. Yeah, that was really big. So excited for the Spurs. So
I'll say, and obviously Pop has some, rapport with Chris Paul from their USA Olympic days and FIBA and all that stuff. So I don't know, dude. I'm with you. I think, when he went to OKC that year, everyone thought, that he's just going to waste away. But like he took that OKC Thunder team to like a playoff berth, I believe, or at least like got into the last round. So like he can turn Wemby and them, I think, into. And this year, I think Wemby's going to be able to play a little more games because he's done a real season now. We're not going to like keep the leashes on too much anymore.
He'll have some Olympic play.
More exactly. Time. Yep. So let him go, man. Let him play. And they got some nice pieces, and Paul there, and Castleton, and like. I don't know, man. Wemby, and you didn't even mention the other part. They got Harrison Barnes.
Right. Like you were adding the Hartenstein, I just wanted to tag on. And Harrison Barnes, another really good vet 3 guy who has won a championship with the Warriors. He's seen how the Kings team can improve from, not necessarily cellar dwellers, but middle of the pack to, a really tough team to beat. I think the Spurs are doing it pretty big with some smaller names. Names.
Yeah, well, smaller market, of course. That's how they do it.
Yeah, true.
Except for Chris Paul, but it's because he's only 39. That's the only reason it's small at this point.
Yeah, true. The name would be bigger if he was 29. But he's a little bit older, more obviously toward the tail end of his career, so a little bit smaller just for that purpose alone. That's not a diss, Chris.
No, not at all.
I like you. Big fan. All right, we're gonna move on to winning team. I think we might be in it's kind of hard to pick someone different here. So let's just run with it. I think we both have the same person. Let's talk about why. Or let's see teams and let's talk about why. Who do we have here?
It's the Sixers, man. They did everything right. They like, I don't know exactly how Morey did it, but had enough to go sign Chris Paul. Then I'm sorry, not Chris Paul. My bad. Paul George.
Yeah.
2 guys with 2 first names screwing me up. Paul George, and then they also bring in Caleb Martin. They also bring in Eric Gordon, who again used to play for Morey in Houston, so of course he's following him like everywhere else that happens with Morey. There's always a former Morey player from Houston that shows up somewhere else with him. I don't know what that is, but I think they did a lot of good things. Caleb Martin is a good addition. Like,
yes.
They brought Oubre back. I mean, I don't know what else. Maybe their backup big man's not the best with Drummond, but it's not terrible.
But their backup before was Paul Reed. That's not a knock at Paul Reed.
Yeah,
but
and Bamba last year too, which was not much.
Yeah,
either. So
exactly.
Okay, I guess it is better, but yeah, and you know what? To be honest with you, it's Nick Nurse that's the biggest winner in all of it because he just has now he kind of had like. I'm not saying Paul George is Kawhi,
right?
But it's kind of a similar style player that he was able to win with Toronto. And if you have Embiid, which is better than Siakam, I think at that time, then they won the title. Like there's some similarities to the way this team is built. Now their point guard position might be still kind of a who knows where or what they're playing. Oh no, they got Maxey. What am I talking about?
I was gonna say, dude, Tyrese Maxey is better than Kyle Lowry.
I forgot they even re-signed him because I already had it. Philly won the offseason as a winning team. I don't know what else there is there's no argument.
Yeah, I'm pretty much in agreement with you. Sixers win this one. The Drummond, George, Eric Gordon. Again, he's not the best, but he's a vet who can shoot threes. That's like their Danny Green kind of thing. Yes, you know what I mean? Exactly. And then Caleb Martin, there was a stat actually in the playoffs since he's been, has the highest shooting percentage on, I think, minimum a certain number of shots from 3 against Boston of anybody.
Oh, of course. There you
go. So they're like, hey, we need to beat this one team because we can't ever beat them. Yeah. Give me somebody who don't miss against them. Now, again, that's in Miami, so we'll see how he can, translate that over.
So, be honest, Miami and Boston play each other a lot in the playoffs, so it could be just the fact that they play each other so much that he's got a high percentage because he's shooting them all the damn time against those guys.
Yeah, but he's hitting them. So that's one thing that the Sixers were looking for. They're improving dang near everything. Now, like every team, we got to say it more for this team, quote unquote, right? As long as they stay healthy. Well, that's been difficult for both Paul George and Joel Embiid lately. So we'll see how it looks towards the end of the season. Embiid made it through most of the season last year, had to take like 20 games off before the playoffs, didn't come back very well. So, for Sixers fans out there, everything's really dependent on Embiid and Paul George's health again. But we'll go with it. If they could be healthy, this team is very dangerous for sure. And I think the key, like you said, is that Doc Rivers is not in charge. We have a legitimate winning coach. I'm not trying to take away the title from Doc, but he's done absolutely shit since that freaking title with Boston, and that was with 4 Hall of Famers. So Nick Nurse did it with the only one Hall of Famer in Kawhi Leonard. I mean, you could maybe say Siakam could get there. You could maybe say DeRozan or no, DeRozan was gone. Never mind. I forgot that's who they traded to get Kawhi or Lowry. But besides that, I mean, it's not really. I think like you said, Nurse is a big key to it. So yeah, Sixers won the offseason so far, big time.
No doubt about it. Like I said, that's why we had the same answer. There's no other team that even had remotely the same kind of offseason so far.
No, I mean, people have had good off seasons, but not as good.
This is like a home run so far on paper.
Yeah, pretty much. Morey's killing it. He didn't worry about the bull crap with Harden, traded him to the freaking Clippers or whatever, finally got him out of the house and has just redone everything over this. So I like it.
Yep. Couldn't agree more.
I might stick with this. Speaking of that, we're going to move on to the or the questionable move here. You're sitting there like, I mean, I guess if that's what you want to do. I want to have you kick it off because I kind of might have segued into it for you. Yeah. Who's your move this one?
The Clippers signing Harden and letting Paul George walk. I feel like the other way around made more sense. I don't know why they even offered Kawhi a contract in the middle of the season until they saw him like play the whole year like they did with Paul George, which is another questionable thing to do.
Well, he tried and played most of the year, so that's good.
Yeah, I mean, I guess, but I just
I don't know. I'm just grabbing the straws.
Like if he signed the contract in like November, December, like in the middle of the year, and he's like, "Yeah, I'm feeling good. I'm having a good year," and then by the time the ink is dried, and 2 months later, I'm out 12 to 14 of the last 14 games of the year, and then I'm not playing, and then I'm going to go to Olympics, but wait, no, I can't play anymore through the Olympics. I'm hurt again. It's like, what did you just dive 3 years into? For like, if I'm Paul George, I'm kind of like, I definitely don't want to play with you anymore. At least Embiid, like, shows some emotion and tries and looks like he's trying. I don't know. We don't know anything about Kawhi, so it's hard to know. Like,
that's a very good point.
You know what I mean? At least Embiid, like, he wants to be out there. You see his emotion when he cares.
And the passion and the compassion that he has for it. Yeah, no, I agree. So, well, if you ever want to know what Kawhi's thinking, you just have to ask his uncle because that's the only person who seems to talk. So
apparently. But, yeah, I don't know what the Clippers are doing. You're going into a new building. You got an injured Kawhi that you don't know what's going to happen. You got Harden, who's 35, I think already, and now you're paying him $35 million for 2 years. Never is good in the end of the year or the playoffs at all. So like, what are we doing? If you're the Clippers, like, just you should have just let Harden go and just started from scratch. Just tear it down on the way. Like, what's the point?
I think it goes to the point that you kind of made. Moving into a new building, you don't just want it to be Kawhi and maybe Russ, but looks like Russ is on the trading block. Kind of Denver's looking for him, so I'm with you. Citing James Harden for 30. Now, if you got James Harden for $10 million, dude, I'd take James Harden for $10 million. He's worth that.
I wouldn't even bat an eye. It's the same thing with Chris Paul. Like 1 year 11, yeah, okay, I could take a run at that for 1 year 11. That's not bad. But I'm not 40, 50 million. Like, no, there's no way. I don't know why they're paying him 35 and then another year on top of that. Not just
2 years, 35 each, 70 mil, all guaranteed, fully freaking guaranteed. So.
And they lost. Who's the backup centers they had? Theis is gone. And
Theis and Plumlee.
Yeah, dude, those guys were awesome. And they
got Mo Bamba.
Oh yeah,
he has a song, bro.
Yeah, that guy was really good in Philly and in LA and Orlando. He's
like, we didn't play him enough, and I don't think we played him enough here in my opinion. But like the other places,
yeah, it's just I don't know. So I don't know what the Clippers are doing. They got a new logo, they got a new building. I don't know what the hell they're gonna do on the court itself. We'll see how the wall looks in the building as well. But whatever, that's my.
The logo is, no offense, Rich. I'm sorry. Not a fan. Not a fan of the logo. It's just it's too much. It's very busy.
Well, that and when you think about an NBA logo, they're usually kind of smaller on the screen, and there's so much going on in it, and it's so small at the same time. It just looks like a blob. Like I can't.
Yeah, you wouldn't be able to see it.
What's going on? So
yeah. We do break it down. We have an episode where we talk about the Clipper logo. We kind of go into it. It's not terrible. It's just very, like you said, busy, and it's easier to see when it's gigantic. So go check out that episode, and you can get a little bit more details about what that new logo is if you haven't seen it already.
All right. So now that we're all on the Clippers, what's your move so far?
My move is the Atlanta Hawks trading DeJounte Murray to the Pelicans for, I think they got 2 boxes of paper clips and a brush or something like that. I think a toothbrush is what they got out of. Honestly, bro, they got Dyson Daniels. Never heard of him. EJ Liddell or Little. Nope. Don't know him. Cody Zeller. Know the name, but not great. Yeah. Larry Nance Jr. Okay. I think he's decent.
Player. Yeah, in the backup 4. He's not bad.
2 future first-round picks. So they had basically a bunch of bums to match salary. No offense. I'm not calling them literal bums. They're in the NBA. I get it. But comparatively, right, on the scale, and 2 future firsts. But when they acquired DeJounte, they sent out Danilo Gallinari to match and 3 first-round picks. So you get him. You're average while you have him. And then you give up less, or you get less back in return to get rid of him. He's still, dude, you only had him for like 2 years. It's not like he turned 50. You know what I mean? You're like, well, all we could get was 2 first round. No, I'm lost. Are they basically, they're just running with building around Ice Tray, I guess?
That's a one way to do it or go about it, I guess. I wouldn't, but
no. And I'm glad that the Lakers haven't been like, we need to get a person who has a big name. Go get Trae Young. I'm glad they've been quiet on that one because I'm not trying to knock Trae. I just don't think he is the guy. He's a nice name to have and to sell tickets, but he ain't doing it. He's not even like, people think like, oh, he could shoot threes like he's like the next Steph Curry. Not even close. Not even freaking close. Yeah. He is basically he shoots like 35% from 3. That's not, and he jacks up a shit ton. So 35% ain't that great.
Honestly, he's lasted in the league longer than I anticipated even when he left college. Like I thought he was so small that he would get like beat up and he wouldn't last very long. Now he's much better than the average player, but he's still not a superstar. But yeah, I did not honestly expect him to be in the league this long. So he's already surpassed any expectations I had of him as his career. But yeah, I'm with you. Like he just, I don't know. There's nothing about him that I'm like, yeah, I got it. Plus he doesn't play any defense at all. I'm not saying you have to.
Can't.
I'm not
as big as me.
An all-time defender at every position, right. But you got to at least put in some energy and effort and you know, give me like a 30% like stoppage rate on like some pretty decent guards in the NBA because they're all really good, I know, at the top. But geez, come on, man. You can't just be a traffic cone.
No, give me that Steph Curry effort. He's improved his defensive game. He's in front of people. Give me Luka in the playoffs effort. I'm not saying you have to be perfect. Now, granted, in the Western or in the finals, he was trash. But leading up to it in the Western Conference playoffs, he was actually like not a shoe over or a pushover. That's what I don't know where shoe came from. He wasn't a pushover on defense. Just give some effort. But this guy is just he ain't it. No offense. Sorry, Ice Trey. But the celebration's cool when you make crazy threes in Madison Square Garden and everyone boos you. I like that. But beyond that, it's just cold. I don't know. Not a huge fan. Not a huge fan. So that was my move. I was just like, okay, well, Hawks are rebuilding. It's just weird that you got less than what you had to give up to get them.
Yeah, very strange move. I don't know what they're doing in Atlanta either. Good luck, Landry Fields.
Good luck. All right, moving on to our last category. We've got the losing team. I kind of have a lot to say here. Like I said, it was my favorite category. I was looking forward to this the most. So I'm going to try to save my voice. I'm going to let you start. Who you got as the Big L?
Big L is the Bulls. I have no idea what the hell they're doing. Trading Caruso was good because you got Giddey, but like now you have like 5 point guards with Kobe White and Giddey and Lonzo Ball and LaVine when he's healthy. So, and they can't even get rid of LaVine. They're like offering first round picks with him. Apparently, nobody wants him because his contract is out.
Wait, they're giving first round picks.
That was the rumor 2 weeks ago. They were trying to attach a first round pick to him, and nobody wanted him. Like it's that
damn
contract.
It's a bad contract.
The new aprons and everything. So
it's a lot.
You have Vucevic. So I guess if you're gonna fully tank, you might as well trade the only big guy you have that's worth anything now.
We'll take him.
DeRozan's already gone. So like, I don't really know. There's just a bunch of kids. I feel bad for Billy Donovan because he's just like it's like he's coaching at Florida. But
I was gonna say he's used to that in Florida. Yeah. That's right.
Like they're not gonna be winning like they were in Florida with this group. No. So like, I don't know. I just don't know what they're doing. I don't know where they're going. There must be another move or two coming that we don't know about yet or something. I don't know. It's very confusing. And Donovan, if they get off to a bad start, is probably going to get fired. And then they'll just have to completely admit that they need to tear it down because it's bad. It's really bad.
Yeah, I agree. That LaVine contract is rough.
Yeah.
Because most times when you get the superstar, when you're dispensing a superstar, you're most of the time getting first round picks back.
Yeah.
You shouldn't have to attach a first round pick to it. Now, we had to when we were getting rid of Russ.
Well, yeah, that was
for the same idea, right?
Yeah.
But at least his was an expiring contract. Dude, LaVine's got years left on the books of this $40-50 million mark. And
yeah.
He ain't 40-50 million. I would take LaVine for $20-25 million. Not double.
Maybe 15. He hasn't played long enough or enough lately that I can like say he's worth that even.
Yeah. So yeah, that's a good one. Bulls are lost.
All right, now losing team for you, sir. This is your moment.
All right, so I'm going to start calm. I'm going to try to stay calm. I got a headache a little bit, so I'm going to try to stay calm. The losing team is the Lakers because they haven't done shit.
Yeah, it's true,
bro. Like my namesake in the beginning, Rob Pelinka's broken cell phone. I mean, we could say all we want that he's called this person and tried to get that person. Your job is to sell the team, not literally sell the team, but to sell the idea of joining the Lakers. We had a coach that was acquired barely because everybody else turned us down. We've gotten no good free agents, even though LeBron was ready to take a pay cut. We've made absolutely no freaking trades because we somehow want to just keep everybody and nobody wants who we don't want. And here we are, just stuck. Oh no, we got Bronny. So there's that. Fully guaranteed his contract. I'm not even knocking this contract. I'm not knocking Bronny. It has nothing to do with that. I'm just saying like that was the biggest move of the offseason is basically getting LeBron's son. And it sucks. So I am officially on pause from being a Lakers fanatic. I will still root for the Lakers, but I'm not going to be I can't care about this team more than the people actually in charge of it. Okay. That's why? I might curse here. I'm sorry for the viewers. Why the fuck does Jeannie Buss give a shit about Kurt and Linda? Why are Kurt and Linda Rambis having any sort of say in the Lakers organization? Just because they're fucking friends and Kurt used to play here? He doesn't know shit about building an organization. Linda probably doesn't either, but she's Jeannie's just best friend. So all of a sudden they're involved. We got Rob Pelinka, who's only got the damn job because he was Kobe's agent. He's not actually good. He's done absolutely shit. We blew the fucking table on getting Westbrook. If you were, yeah, but LeBron said, well, fucking tell him no. You blew the fucking table on getting Ty Lue. LeBron said that. You only pick and choose when you listen to LeBron. You blew the fucking table on getting any fucking head coach besides the guy who's only coached elementary school basketball. You blown the fucking free agency market. You can't make a fucking trade to save your life. We haven't done shit. And I'm just fucking over the fact that the Lakers are one of these perennial franchises, but they're being run like the fucking Wizards, bro. Get some fucking people in the front office who know what they're doing, not just who know you, okay? As much as I fucking hate them, Boston is doing it fucking right. Yeah. Get smart people in places that they need to be. Brad Stevens is doing fucking work. He literally is picking up where Danny Ainge left off, and they're just doing all the best moves. They have like $1 billion starting five, but it fucking worked. They just won, man. Now, granted, it's an easy road. Everybody was hurt, blah, blah, blah. You can talk all the shit you want, just like people do about the bubble, but they fucking won. Okay, now they're ahead with 18, and they're not looking back. They're the favorites to win it again. You know, we win a championship, and you let everybody fucking go? My gosh, dude, like, just, it's so stupid the way they're fucking doing it, man. It's just not smart. Be smart. You're the 1, 2, 3, 4 best. Celtics, Knicks, Lakers, Warriors. Besides, like, do what they're doing. Warriors doing fucking work, letting Clay walk, signing people, keeping like, my God, they're in the fucking running for Markkanen. They got Buddy Hield in a sign and trade. They're still making moves, and we're just doing shit. We're like fucking Darvin Ham on the sideline with his fucking hands in his pocket. Huh? Me? Nothing. Just fucking hanging around. Sorry. Anything you'd like to add?
No, honestly, I'm with you, man. It sucks because it's so frustrating knowing that there's so many options that were there that didn't happen for whatever reason, or I don't know. It sucks because there's expectations, man. Like, it's not like, we had that 6-year stretch where Kobe was like on the last of his career and we were losing, we had no money and nobody wanted to play with an old Kobe broken down. So like, I kind of understood that one. Like, I can get that one. And let's be honest, they got lucky. Connect fell to them at 17. Otherwise, Who knows what we'd be even saying about the draft and what they did this offseason. The Bronny thing is what it is. Like, I don't know, man. Like, it was going to happen. I mean, now, if they would have drafted Bronny at 17, I would be pissed.
Oh, I'd be fucking pissed.
But
yeah.
55, whatever. It's fine.
I don't care about it. Yeah.
And the money they gave him is less than $2 million a year. So, like, whatever. It's not like they gave him astronomical money or whatever. No. So I'm fine with all that crap and whatever it happens. Agreed. I mean, it is another historic thing in Lakers uniform. They play a game together and then he goes back down to Santa Cruz or whatever, South Bay, or plays down there. Like, who cares?
Yeah.
Yep. But, yeah, like, I want to, especially, like, it's weird, like when you see LeBron interviewed, like this whole like USA thing. He got interviewed by Dave McMenamin about it, and he,
I saw that.
We want to win. We can still do it. The two of us have done it. Like, yeah, bro, but the supporting cast. Now,
that cast was good, bro.
The only thing I can say is if Gabe Vincent is healthy, if Vanderbilt is healthy, if like there's a few things that like, okay, maybe just bad luck, but no Darvin Ham and maybe it's a good thing. Like, I don't know if you ever heard O'Shea Jackson Jr. His thing was no pork on the fork. Like, he wanted him out of there a long time ago. So like maybe just the change of the culture and like JJ being more stringent and I don't know. I'm hoping for the best, but I don't run the front office. Like you said, we just are on the outside. So there's nothing that we can say or do that's going to matter, but God, I hope they get better. Cause damn, this is going to suck. But even then saying that, like the rest of the West, there's really like 4 teams that are good. Everybody else kind of like they could be a 5 or 6 seed, even as they are constituted right now, which is kind of sad to say.
Yeah, it just sucks because we had the stars healthy last year, and it was the supporting cast we couldn't keep healthy.
Now,
and we were a fucking 7 seed or 8 seed. I forgot what 7 or 8. Which one were we? 7. I know we finished 7 as far as like the play-in, but
and we won the play-in game against New Orleans, and then we.
Oh yeah, that was at home. Yeah. Right. So yeah, we were a 7 seed in a very tough West last year, but like beyond that, I'm just like. I don't know. I'm just annoyed. I'm just annoyed that it's like so. I don't know. Like I said, I mean, you rewind it if you want to hear me rant again. But the whole freaking, just people that they're just there because they know the owner, bro. Like I get it, but that's the reason why we're.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's just because we're used to winning, man. We want fucking titles. Give us titles.
Exactly. That's what we need to catch back up, bro. We're already behind.
I know. Fuck. We had a chance.
And again, they look like closer to freaking winning 19 than we look closer to winning 18.
Nobody's repeated in 6 years. Let's just calm down.
Yeah, I'm not saying they're going to do it this year. I'm just saying they look closer.
Yeah.
So,
you argue.
Well, we'll see how free agency wraps up. There's still some stuff left that the Lakers could possibly do. Obviously, the trade deadline where we could make some moves and stuff like that. But the NBA teams are basically kind of formulated. You got what you got here. But yeah, we're excited for basketball season. Eventually, when it gets here, again, I'm just not going to be as excited until the Lakers start proving to their fans that they care much about it as we do.
Well, let's hope they prove us wrong, and the team they bring in next year is boom.
Can't say no. Down. Well, we want to know from you. Let us know down in the comments below who you think won and lost free agency. Let us know if you're happy with what your team has done so far. As you can hear, we are not happy with what the Lakers have done because they haven't done shit. But let us know in the comments what your favorite team is. If you're happy with what they've done, I'm sure if you're a Sixers fan, you'd be super stoked. And as you should be. So let us know down in the comments. Appreciate everybody for stopping by. Thank you as always for seeing things from our view from the bench. I'm Brendan.
I'm Corey. Like we always say, enjoy the sports until we talk again.
Peace.
This was a Sycamore Fourth Studios production.